Lena always hated mirrors, ever since that night when she was just a child. She remembered it vividly, standing in front of an old, antique mirror, brushing her hair, when suddenly her reflection didn't match her movements. It smiled, a wide, unnatural grin, while Lena stood frozen in terror. No one believed her, of course. They said it was just a child's imagination. But Lena knew the truth, and from that night on, she never trusted mirrors again. Years passed, and Lena lived alone in a small, quiet apartment. She kept mirrors covered, unwilling to take any chances. One evening, as she sat alone in her living room, her phone buzzed. She picked it up, a text message from an unknown number. It read, "Hey, sweetheart, don't be scared. But whatever you do, don't turn around." Her breath caught, and her hands trembled. Slowly, she turned. The covered mirror behind her began to ripple, as if something was pushing from the other side. Heart pounding, Lena stepped closer. The cover slipped off, and there it was, her reflection, but it wasn't her. The reflection's eyes were dark and hollow, its lips stretched into that same unnaturally wide grin. It moved when Lena didn't, raising a hand, pressing it against the glass as cracks spread like spider webs. Then it pushed. The glass began to bulge outward, and Lena felt a cold, unnatural presence fill the room. The reflection's hand broke through, long fingers reaching out. It grinned wider, eyes pitch black, as it whispered, "You can't hide from me." Lena screamed and grabbed a heavy candlestick from the table, smashing the mirror with all her strength. Shards flew everywhere, and the reflection howled, its face distorting and shattering into fragments. When the chaos settled, Lena sank to the floor, breathing heavily, surrounded by shards of broken glass. The room fell silent, almost peaceful. But as Lena stood to leave, something caught her eye, a single shard on the floor, glowing faintly. She picked it up, and for just a moment, she saw it, an eye grinning at her from the fractured surface. Then it faded, leaving Lena with the haunting realization. Maybe it wasn't over.